CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories, and we begin with breaking news. A deadly shooting investigation in Pompano Beach right now. Police say 2 people were shot. 1 man died at the hospital. Chopper 4 is over the scene along Northeast 11th Avenue and 10th Street near the Pompano Beach Airport. You can see heavy police activity in the area as they search for a suspect. We have a crew headed to the scene for a live report tonight at 5. Now to the latest in the Miami real estate mogul's arrest, accused of raping, drugging, and sex trafficking dozens of women. Twin brothers Alon and Oren Alexander were denied bond, and their brother Tal Alexander remains in federal custody. Their parents were in court this morning as the 2 sons faced a judge. They did not talk to reporters after the hearing. CBS News Miami's Ted Scouten has the very latest from inside the courtroom.
The Alexander brothers appeared in Miami-Dade court for the first time today. That was for their first appearance. Up first was Alon. He is charged with 1 count of sexual battery with multiple perpetrators. The judge ordered no bond. Up next was twin brother Oren. He faces 3 sex battery charges. The judge set bond for 2 of them, but no bond for 1 of them. While in court, Oren told the judge that he needs to get out because his wife is about to give birth.
Because it's considered a dangerous crime, I'm required to hold you with no bond. You'll see it,
Your Honor.
No bond. Yes, sir. Don't talk about the facts, though. Your attorney's here.
Your Honor, my wife is 9 months pregnant, due any day now with our first child. Her family's in Brazil. She's counting on me to be with her during labor.
The twin brothers, along with their older brother, are accused of violently raping, drugging, and sex trafficking dozens of women for more than 2 decades. Tal, who's the older brother, and Oren are known for their celebrity status as luxury real estate moguls. They're accused of using their wealth and status to lure their victims. Now, Tal is being charged in federal court. He has a bond hearing tomorrow. He is hoping to be able to get out on bond. The twin brothers in Miami-Dade court, they also have a bond hearing tomorrow. Even if they are granted bond, they wouldn't be able to get out yet because of the federal charges against them. We'll have more coming up at 5. In Miami, Ted Scouten, CBS News Miami.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
Taking a live look outside, South Florida feeling the breeze, but get ready because we are tracking a warm-up. Next Weather meteorologist Shane Hinton is tracking those changes. Hey, Shane.
Hey there, Naja. So I think a lot of people probably would welcome a warm-up after such a chilly start that we had this morning in the mid-50s. Right now we're sitting in the lower 70s, but just look at those trees waving in the breeze off of the beach. Even the camera's shaking a little bit itself because it is a fairly blustery day across the area. 31-mile-per-hour gusts currently in Miami and in Homestead. The winds a slight bit calmer in Marathon and 18 miles per hour, but we're actually going to hold on to fairly breezy conditions throughout the next several days. So go ahead and hunker down those Christmas inflatables if you've got them in your yard. Lower 70s across all of South Florida right now with a very quiet radar. Can't rule out a 10% chance for a stray shower to kind of sneak in off the coast, but for the most part, we're going to be pretty dry for tonight. Upper 60s by 6 o'clock, and then as we head through the evening, we'll slowly taper down into the mid to upper 60s. In fact, I think we're going to actually see overnight lows just drop into the 60s, so about 10 or so degrees warmer than yesterday evening. Tonight, expect another breezy and cool one. If you have any plans outdoors, maybe go ahead and grab a jacket just to be on the safe side. Friday is going to be milder for us, though, as temperatures slowly start to climb a little bit closer to average for our afternoon highs in the upper 70s. Now, as we make our way into the weekend, we are going to keep our eyes on some isolated showers, especially along the coast. Most of us are going to stay dry. We're only talking about a 20 to maybe even 30% chance by Sunday. For the most part, I think you're just going to be dealing with a slight warming trend and holding on to breezy conditions. Tomorrow morning, we're waking up in the mid to upper 60s, so as I mentioned, about 10 degrees warmer than where we were this morning. Upper 60s for some of my friends in the Keys. Tomorrow afternoon, mid to upper 70s, so maybe a degree or 2 below average for this time of year. Pretty consistent across all of South Florida. As we take a look at the future track, you can see those isolated stray showers trying to creep in from the coast. I think Friday we'll have our lowest rain chance at about a 10% chance. Come Saturday, it increases to about a 20% chance for some of those isolated showers. Very brief, very quick throughout the day and throughout the afternoon. It's not going to favor one hour over the other. As we flash forward into Sunday, we'll see about a 20 to 30% rain chance hover there as well. Winds will still stay fairly blustery, about 20 to 25 mile per hour gusts, maybe even closer to the 30 mile per hour gust range for Friday. But as we head throughout the weekend, they'll slowly start to taper off, but our rain chances do go up as afternoon highs remain in the upper 70s. As we walk you through your 7-day forecast, notice not a lot of changes. Upper 70s to lower 80s each and every afternoon, even as we go into next week. Your mornings going to be pretty consistent as well. Mid 60s as we wake up tomorrow, but then lower 70s for our mornings as we kick off the beginning of next week. Naja.
Shane, thank you. A now fired Miramar police officer was released from jail earlier this morning for allegedly engaging in sexual acts with a teenager. 37-year-old George Frederick Richardson faces several charges, including use of a child in sexual performance, lewd or written solicitation of minors, and harmful communication with minors. The Miramar Police Department says the officer had been fired effective immediately. Forced out by flames, residents now dealing with the aftermath of a major fire. It ripped through their mobile home park in northwest Miami-Dade. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner has the report.
The official cause of the fire is still under investigation, but what we know right now is that 4 homes were destroyed right before the holidays. Residents took this video Thursday morning where you can see flames ripping through mobile homes in a community off of 27th Avenue and 79th Street. Our Chopper 4 captured it from above.
The crews arrived to a fully involved trailer that was on fire. On arrival, we had encountered strong winds, which contributed to the spread of the fire, and the power lines were actually caught as well, which posed an extra level of concern for us.
Fire crews worked hard against the wind.
The fire rapidly spread to multiple units, and we were able to go in and start attacking the fire. But the big concern, of course, is the number of, based on the number of units involved, was just how many units we had to conduct search and rescue efforts for, to make sure everybody was out. The
good news, no injuries. The bad, at least 4 homes were destroyed.
Particular challenge in these type of properties is the access to it, and it's really highly congested and tight and difficult to get to. There's a lot of debris and material all around.
This isn't the first fire to happen in this park. In August, these flames were deadly, claiming the life of one woman and sending another to the hospital. But that's still not the only time this mobile home park has been in the news recently.
They kind of let us know about a year ago, to leave, and we've been having issues with lawyers here and there, hey look, we don't want to leave.
This resident didn't want to show her face, but she said the management company has been asking people to leave their mobile homes in exchange for some money.
One is oh, okay, but now 2 is what the hell is going on?
Miami-Dade Fire said the fire is officially under control, and again, we will let you know as soon as they know the official cause. For now, in Northwest Miami-Dade, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
When we come back, a new Publix opened its doors in South Florida this morning. Find out why boat parking is a pleasure at this location. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. The Biden administration is working to bring home an American citizen found in Syria. Travis Timmerman was on a spiritual journey when he went missing about 7 months ago. CBS News Miami's Ian Lee is in his hometown of Missouri with the story.
As the dust clears from the political upheaval in Syria, an American has made a surprise appearance.
In the middle of the night or early morning, they came with a hammer and knocked my door in, and there was 2 men with guns, and then there's another man named Ely, and they helped me get out of prison.
Identifying himself as Travis Timmerman, he said he'd spent the last 7 months in one of the country's notorious prisons.
It wasn't bad. I was never beaten. The only really bad part was that I couldn't go to the bathroom when I wanted to.
Timmerman says he was detained after entering the country illegally on a Christian pilgrimage. After rebels overthrew the Assad government, local men broke down the prison doors. CBS News' Elizabeth Palmer found Timmerman in a house outside Damascus.
When I came to Syria, I was unaware of the political situation entirely, because that's just how I am. I came here for spiritual purposes.
His family had reported him missing over the summer and called his appearance the best Christmas gift.
Did you have any idea that he was actually in Syria?
I had no idea, no. Last we heard, he was at a church in Budapest.
Traveling in the Middle East, Secretary of State Antony Blinken said he's focused on Timmerman's return.
I can't give you any details on exactly what's going to happen except to say that we're working to bring him home, to bring him out of Syria and to bring him home.
Blinken says the administration is also working hard to locate American Austin Tice. The Marine veteran was working as a freelance journalist when he was abducted in Damascus in 2012. Ian Lee, CBS News, Lebanon, Missouri.
A new Publix is now open in Hollywood Beach, and it opened its doors to grand fanfare this morning because this location comes with a first for Broward County. Hollywood Mayor Josh Levy arrived on a boat because this Publix has boat parking. The 29,000 square foot store is located on the intracoastal waterside. We talked to the mayor, who says this location is a game changer for those people living on the beach.
It could really be that urban, walkable life that they, want to have, that they have because they're on the beach, but they have even more so now because they can get to their essentials and their groceries by foot and not need the car, which is a big, goal of ours as well, of all cities, to have walkable cities.
And if you want to check it out, it is located at 3100 South Ocean Drive. Lawmakers expressing concern over the still mysterious drone sightings on the East Coast. A mysterious aircraft has been spotted across New Jersey, and it is prompting both alarm and some head scratching. But at this time, there's no evidence that the reported drone poses any security risk or has any foreign origin.
I've been a little frustrated. There hasn't been enough transparency, letting people know what's happening. It's allowing a lot of potentially misinformation to spread, or at least fear. We should know what's going on over our skies, and I've asked for a lot more information.
We have no idea where these drones come from, who owns them. We should be doing some very urgent intelligence analysis and take them out of the skies.
Some lawmakers say the sightings pose an oversight gap and urge Congress to pass legislation to expand drone authorities. That does it for your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a wonderful day.